All right, Shalom boys here. Wanted to do a video talking about cutting blades and cutting tools because when you're on a job site and you need some sharp blades for your tools, it is absolutely critical. And what I do personally when it comes to starting major jobs is that, I tell the client that my pricing includes labor only, and that they have to purchase all of cutting blades and things of that nature. Because if you have circular saws, sawzalls, jigsaws, any kind of blade, oscillators, you're going to need clean blades, because the technology that they're using with the brushless motors and stuff, you can have a great tool, but if you don't have a good sharp blade to cut with, you're going to mess up your tool. And your tools are very important, because I've spent damn near all together for my tool trailer and all the tools in it, at least $40,000 cash over the years to get up the tools that I need, so that when I show up at a job site, I have what I need. But it's just so important to make sure that you have cutting blades. And so what I do is I ensure that I have an ample supply of cutting blades for all my circular saws. And it depends on not only the circular saw, but what am I cutting? What kind of tool am I cutting? I like to use the Diablos. These seem to cut the best for framing, but you have all different kinds of blades that I like to use, and that I like to make sure that I have a good supply of. This is something like a wheel for the router, or no, not the router, for the grinder to grind down and clean up metal. This is what I use, and these blades are very expensive. What you're looking at here is roughly about $800 to $1,000 worth of blades. Like, for instance, here, this is a grinder bit that you put on your grinder to grind down concrete or something like that to smooth out a surface. This one cuts metal. This is still good, so I still use this one. But this is about a $50 blade right here. What else I got? These are very, very expensive blades, and so I make sure that I have them. Oscillating tools, these, again, very expensive. So I ensure that every time I start a job site or I start a gig, I have what I need. These oscillating bits for wood, metal, you see, bimetal. This is $50 right here, just for two. I mean, these things are very, very expensive, so I go ahead and I store them. Another one here. This is a $50 blade right here. And so, to cut tile, porcelain, rock, you see? Jigsaw blades, general purpose blades. I keep stacks and packs so that I have what I need. Another, you know how much this thing is? Like $30, $40. $50, to cut metal on a grinder or on a circular saw. You see? I mean, you can look at this, $50, so about like $40, $50 for this blade right here. Very expensive to cut different materials, you see? So I ensure that I keep an ample supply. Look at that. That's for my sawzall. Can I cut metal? I can cut metal, cut wood, different sizes. And then right here, you see? This one right here is to cut cast iron, thin cast iron. And right here, thick cast iron. Right here. I mean, this bad boy cuts. But these blades are very, very, very expensive. So I ensure, what else I got that I use in terms of my different blades. But you see, I mean, this is everything that I use, and I keep it different grinder bit blades, again, to cut metal, wood. You know, this is specific. This one I use another diamond bit, another $50 bit. This one I use to cut specifically Durarock. Okay, so I'll use Durarock to cut this, and so I have specific blades, you know, to do specific jobs, concrete, cut through metal. Get a whole bunch of these because you're always gonna have some metal that got cut through. I got to fabricate a piece for my wood burning stove that I'm putting in my cabin or my little office space for the wintertime. But you know, these things are necessary. And personally, what I do again is I have the client pay for them. I have to do some drilling and stuff. Client paying for it. You know, perfect example. This thing costs like, you know, 10, 11 bucks. So again, you know, if you're using your tools, you want to make sure that you have the sharpest bits necessary. Circular saws. I make sure that I have bits on here. I think this is a pack of, this is one. So, you know, again, these are expenses that I transfer to the client. If I am using my circular saw, they're paying for a blade. If I'm using my jigsaw, they're paying for a blade. And I get the best possible blades out there. I don't go cheap because I spend a lot of money on my tools. So I want to ensure that, you know, that my tools are lasting as long as humanly possible. But the only way that you're going to do that is if you have the sharpest possible blades. This is $11 right here, and this goes through a myriad of different materials. When you are doing like a shower install or something like that, and you want to drill a hole, excellent tool to use. But I have a whole nother system that I can show. But you know, this is the real deal right here. I mean, you want to ensure that you are running a profitable business, so this is what the client pays for. And so if I'm on a job site, all I got to do is just switch it out. But this is all client paid for. You want to run a profitable business, and this is how you go about doing. So this is what I personally do. I suggest you follow suit. Yeah, very expensive. I think it's probably more so $1,000 worth of blades that you see right here all together. I mean, that stuff expensive. $50 blades here and there for different tools that I have. You know, I just want to make sure that if I'm using it, I'm transferring those costs to the client. I want to make sure that I have sharp tools. Yeah. So I can get the job done efficiently and as quickly as possible. Yeah, this is a carpenter's dream right here. This is how you do it. All right. Shalom.